It's the weekend tea, folks. You're watching Kettle Messages Tarot live with your reader, the Gem Star. We want to thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing, and checking out our website, kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site in the description box below. Now let's have a sip of weekend tea together. Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's your Oracle and Reader, the Gem Star, here to spill the weekend tea. Welcome, Banks. Welcome to your weekend tea. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I send you guys mad love, and I thank you all for joining us during these lives. I really appreciate all your support. Let's kick off the weekend tea, and I'm starting with Aries, the little rams. Let's do it. Welcome, little rams. Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Let's see what messages the weekend tea spill has for Aries this weekend. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Aries, the little rams. Okay. Ooh, Aries, let's talk about it. Love, 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 romance, partners, relationships, friendships. You are spending your weekend with a love bug. And this is possibly a twin flame, a soulmate, a true connection. You are feeling like you have found the one, or this is how your partner is feeling about you at this time. Whoever you're spending time with this weekend, Aries, really loves you. You are the apple of their eye. They have you on their mind. Yes, happiness, happiness, happiness. So for Aries this weekend, the person you're spending time with is a destined connection. Also, this brings you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. You're feeling full of energy. You're feeling alive. This person has eyes for you, Aries. Eyes for you. This is a destined connection. Some of you may be spending time with an ex this weekend or talking to an ex. Others of you are spending time with friendships from childhood or connections that go way back. So you can be having reunions this weekend, seeing people you haven't seen in a long time. But definitely, these are connections and people that you're spending time with this weekend that bring you joy, that make you happy. If you're going down memory lane with someone, you're having a good laugh, a good time. You're enjoying yourselves. You feel accepted in this friendship or this relationship. You feel that there is unconditional love. All right, you don't have to question if you love this person or not. You don't have to question this person's love for you or not. It's like it's already known. What you feel about each other is obvious with the sun. What you're feeling for each other is obvious. You guys being together is cosmic, is also obvious to you. Like, yes, no wonder I'm with this person. This person makes me happy. This person gets me. I feel totally comfortable with this person. This is something that some of you may be seeking at this time. A soulmate, a twin flame, or someone who just gets you, where the love is just obvious. It doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't need to be pounded into someone. The love is known and the love is shown. And when we're dealing with love and romance and connections, it is a choice. It is an option to be giving, to be loving, to be nurturing in these connections, and you feel like you're receiving that at this time, or that is what you're offering someone at this time, Aries, a true connection. Though a part of you may be a little worried, a little concerned that it's too good to be true. Okay, it's like, oh, we get along too well, right? We get along too well, and that may make you a little nervous, a little worried, but don't be, because the cards are showing that you're having one of these connections this weekend that are destined, that are meant to be. You're meant to be spending time with this group. You're meant to be spending time with these friends. You're meant to be spending time with this romantic partner. Whether it's a current one, you're getting to know someone new, or this is, going down and reuniting with an ex and having a wonderful weekend. And for some of you, no matter who you're spending time with, something sneaks up in you and say, is this too good to be true? And then, ooh, if you feed into that thought, then negative energies are going to creep up. You're going to start seeing things that, are not there. So it's important to be present, to enjoy your time, and to not overthink this connection. Do not overthink the connection. Enjoy the time. Enjoy getting to know each other. Enjoy spending time with each other. Because these are connections that are in your life at this time, because you're meant to be with this person, experiencing what you are experiencing at this time. Whether it's a new love, whether it's an old love, whether you're hanging out with new friends or old friends, okay? You're supposed to be spending time with these people or with this person this weekend. It is meant to be, okay? The time you're having at this time with someone is meant to be, Aries. So don't overthink it. Don't worry. I can see why some Aries may be worried and concerned. There has been a lot of difficulties in past connections. You may have, recently ended a relationship or ended a difficult connection in the recent past that you have left behind. And some of you are enjoying your singledom this weekend. So if your story, Aries, is that you're moving on, you're going to be leaving something or someone behind at this time. This may be a farewell get together that you're doing here, or you're enjoying your singledom again and you're out in the town hanging out with friends, all right, doing your thing, because a lot of you have released toxic relationships where there has been a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment. And so some of you are relocating, moving, deciding to do that this weekend. You're ending a connection and a relationship, and you're gonna spend the rest of the weekend with family, friends, or even a new love. Let's get a final message for Aries this weekend. Yes, it flipped. Yes, yes. See, that is confirmation for your weekend tea, Aries. Whatever is occurring this weekend, it is destined to occur. It's supposed to be occurring. You're supposed to be ending a toxic relationship at this time. You're supposed to be relocating and moving at this time. You are supposed to be getting away from jealous people or situations where there's a lot of resentment and bad taste in your mouth, moving away from a divorce. You are at a crossroads, right? We said the decision, right? With every connection, there is a choice, a decision. You may be entering a new situation and leaving behind an old situation, closing a cycle with someone, and enjoying your time this weekend with those that love you unconditionally. Ending relationships, friendships, connections that don't serve you, that don't nurture you, to welcome in people, places, and things that embrace you unconditionally. And if you're asking yourself, hey, am I doing the right thing? Have I made the right decision? Am I making the right choice? Yes, you are. That has been your weekend tea, my little rams. Until we sip tea once again, may you have a blessed weekend ahead. Enjoy it and have fun in your new connections, in your singledom, in your new situations, because it is destined. And you are going to be very happy with the decision that you are making. Indeed, you are. Ciao, my little rams. Taurus, my little bulls. Let's give the cards a shuffle. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Little bulls, Taurus, thank you for joining your Reader the Gemstar here live for your weekend tea. Let's see what's going on. What messages we have for Taurus this weekend? Spill the tea. Let us know what's going on for my bulls. Well, Taurus wants to travel. Taurus wants to move forward. Taurus wants to relocate. Taurus has a choice, okay? All right. Listen up. This is a tricky one, okay? With that fox there. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Okay? Can't trust the fox. Can't trust the fox. Unless you're the one being strategic and cunning this weekend, Taurus, and you're being a little sneaky, sneaky and keeping your plan on the down low, then let's talk about the red flag coming up here. So, you may be talking about traveling or about to travel or relocate with someone, or a new environment that you have to be cautious about. You have to use your discernment, because you can't totally trust whoever you're making a deal with, whoever you're moving in with, or the environment you're relocating to. And if you're traveling and this is an unknown area to you, then know that there are dangers around and there are cons waiting to swindle a bunch of tourists. Okay? Tourists as in traveling to an unknown place. So for my little bulls, yes, you're definitely traveling or relocating or moving. So let's break it down. If you're traveling, Taurus, and it is an area unknown to you. You've never stayed in this area, or you've never stayed in this environment with these people or this person that is showing up here. Then be cautious, keep your eyes open, and stay alert, because this person can rob you, this person can con you, this person can swindle you, this person can talk you into something that is not in your favor. If you're relocating to new environments, make sure that you're checking out the history of that environment, that you're checking out that environment. You know about the location that you're relocating to, because there are unseen dangers. Even when you're purchasing something, make sure you have some professional check it out for you. Have a professional check out your new house, a professional check out your new car, okay? But you need to be very cautious with a decision that you're about to make this weekend, because let's take a look at the decision, right? We have a golden decision, which is going to make you very happy. And then there's another decision that is not so favorable. Let's take a deeper look in this tea, because we see that even though this travel is welcomed, or this relocation is welcomed, or this move you're making, this decision to move that you're making is a good one, the outcome on the other side is going to be decided. Yes, okay. Rescue and safety. Rescue and safety, right? It's like, make sure you're not on an old ship like the Titanic where you might sink. Or an old vehicle, a stolen vehicle. There's something here that says where you're going, where you're hanging out at, where you're traveling to. Don't get lost in the clouds. Stay grounded, stay cautious, pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to the people around you. Make sure you have an eye on your possessions and on your belongings. Because there's someone here lurking in the shadows, lurking in the dark, just looking for a mark, looking for a sucker, okay, looking for their next victim, their next supply. And you have to be careful. So where you're hanging out, where you're traveling, where you're vacationing to, don't let down your guards. Pay attention to your surroundings during travel or moves, Taurus. Okay, you gotta be smart, you gotta be strategic, you gotta be cunning, because there are people out here looking for a mark, looking for someone to rob, looking for someone to take advantage of. And that's something that you need to be aware of. Yes, go out, have a good time, right? But you always have to be alert. That's like, don't get too drunk where, you know, someone can lead you astray because you're inebriated and someone can take advantage of you. Don't put yourself in a position this weekend where someone can take advantage of you. And be careful with people trying to distract you. There's a situation here where there's a scam being played. And example, because what I'm seeing here is that there are people around you that are in an argument or are in a discussion. And this happens with a lot of people. So listen up to this advice from Spirit. People have the habit nowadays that, especially with everybody having smartphones and people being able to go live and people being able to record, where something is happening, there's a confrontation in the street, there's an argument, there's a fight, or somebody's acting crazy, and people get distracted and start recording and are not paying attention to their surroundings. And so someone here is using this trick, this game, like a scam. So the argument or someone that they're working with is doing something to call attention, to distract people in the street. And while you are distracted, while people are distracted, another person, the other party that's their accomplice, is helping them pickpocket, steal, hurt innocent people. All right? So know that this weekend, Taurus, that wherever you're going, wherever you're hanging out, whoever's house you're visiting, there are people there who are very shady. And they are working with accomplices. Someone is doing something here to distract a person. And while that person is distracted, their accomplice, okay, their buddy in crime, is over here pickpocketing, stealing, all right, going through people's purses and coats. And this is all while a person is distracted. There's like when a person engages you in a conversation and you're trying to get away and walk away, but they continue to hold you in that conversation. They're trying to distract so someone else can do harm. Wow. Oof, I've never received a message like that. But I'm going to read whatever Spirit relays. And that has been the message for Taurus this weekend. That whoever you're hanging out with or wherever you're hanging out or spending time, people are setting up other people, okay, with some scam, with some type of distraction. It's like, look at my left hand while I rob you with my right hand. Someone is trying to distract you in order to take advantage of you. Let's get a final message for Taurus. A final message for Taurus. Oh, ask your angels. That's right. Ask your spirit guides. Use your discernment. Your angels and your spirit guides speak through you through your intuition. Your angels will let you know through your intuition, through your gut feeling, when something is not right, when something is fishy. And you're going to know, if you don't allow yourselves to get caught up in the distraction, you're going to see the game that someone is trying to play, or what someone is trying to get over on you. That has been your weekend tea, my little bulls. Until we sip tea again, may you have a safe and blessed weekend. Make sure to be listening to your intuition this weekend, wherever you are at, whoever you are surrounded by, because there are people here trying to distract you, to pull the wool over your eye, or to pull some scam, or some to play a game or a mean trick. Taurus, that has been your weekend tea. Ciao. Geminis, my fabulous twins. Gemmies, let's see what is going on. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Geminis. Thank you, Geminis, for joining us during the lives, supporting the channel. I'm your reader, the Gem Star. And yes, I'm here to spill your weekend tea. Let's do it, Geminis. Let's do it. Ooh, commitments, right? What are you committing to? Who's popping the question? Romance on the table. Popping the question is on the table. And also commitments. That ring is all about the commitments you are making. Okay, some of you are committing to relocating, to making some big change in your life, taking your act, taking yourselves to another place, another town, another relationship, another commitment. Oh, okay. So Geminis, you are committed to make changes in your life to bring you financial abundance, financial success, financial security. You are committed to making changes, even if that means relocating, even if that means quitting your current job, even if that means leaving home, moving, and relocating. The changes that you are going to commit to from now on are going to be based on what is going to be providing you financial security, financial abundance, and financial gain. Okay? So Geminis are like, I'm committed to starting my own business. I'm committed to relocating if that's what I need to do to bring myself financial stability. I am committed to taking my plans, my dreams, my goals, manifesting them and making them into reality by moving and shaking. So if where you find yourselves at the present and current time is not providing you the financial security, abundance, stability that you are looking for, that you are needing, Gemini, then you are committed to making whatever change it is that you need to make in order to get to this financial gain and stability. Another message coming through that if you are looking for financial security, abundance, and stability, then you need to be committed to making changes in your life. because what you're doing now, or where you are at the current time, is not providing that. There needs to be movement, there needs to be change, because yes, there is financial abundance, there's financial winning, there's financial gain, but it is elsewhere. You're not going to find it where you are at the current time. You need to be a mover, a shaker. Okay, when it comes to love and romance, you're not going to find it in the group that you surround yourself with now. Your love is elsewhere. Your love can be with a foreigner. Your new love, for those of you that are single, will be foreign, or will be met during vacation, during relocation, during travel. Your love and romance is not going to be found in the usual places that you hang out at, that you spend time at, that you visit. So for Geminis, I'm feeling like you need a new environment, a new location, a new experience, a new group of people, because the new, the distance, is where you're finding love and romance. You're finding love and romance in the foreign. Love and romance in a new location. The way money is being found in a new location, love and romance is in a new location. And this makes a lot of sense. Think about it. If you have been single for a very long time and you're wondering why I'm still single, then it's because the love and romance that is meant for you is not going to be found in the places that you usually visit or spend time at. You need new experiences, new locations, new people in your life. And these new people in your life are going to be very different. Very different background, very different culture, different life experience, different race. Okay? When it comes to your own skills, abilities, a project that you're working on, be careful not to fall into this energy of perfectionists. If you get into this energy of perfectionists, it's going to keep you stuck. You need to allow yourself to make some mistakes, to find perfection in the imperfect, to find perfection in your authenticity, being true to yourself, changing yourself, altering yourself, tweaking yourself, trying to perfect yourself, perfect your art, it's killing. It's killing this beautiful, loving, authentic, creative energy of yours that is supposed to come out of you naturally. Allow yourselves to create authentically and naturally, and release that belt when it comes to perfectionism, because for some of you it's choking your art, right? It's like when you're writing a book and you're still stuck on the first sentence because you want to get it just perfect, just right. It's important to just get your story on the page, right? Get your story, get your book together, and then worry about the tweaking and the editing and the perfecting it when your story is completed. But you got to get something on the page, get something on the canvas, get something started. A lot of you are holding yourselves back because it's gotta be the perfect time. It's gotta be the perfect lighting. It's gotta be the perfect pen. It's gotta be the perfect paper. You just got to get it out there. Get it down. Get it out of your mind. Get it out of idea stage and manifest it into your reality. Yes, there's a lot of competition out there. A lot of competition. But if you just show up and you just bring your authenticity, you see how much further you will be than you have been in the past. And you might even think to yourself, I've been making things harder on myself. I've been stressing myself out. I've been giving myself anxiety. I've been giving myself creative blocks. I've been holding myself back, waiting for the right time, waiting for the right lighting, waiting for the right opportunity. It's important that you Geminis, in order to get to this financial abundance, to this financial success, that you commit to get things moving. Because a lot of you have not gotten things moving because you're waiting for the right time, the right moment, the right person, the right place, the right thing. And you're going to be waiting forever if you do things that way. Let's continue, my fabulous twins. Let's see where this is going. Yes, you're creating yourselves obstacles. You're creating yourselves obstacles. Obstacles with your art, obstacles, with your work. Trying to get things perfect. There's a need to get things started. You are at a crossroads, Geminis. This weekend, you're going to find yourselves at a crossroads. You are in your thinking mode. What do I need to commit to in order to get my financial success, my financial windfall, my financial gain, my financial stability? You're at a crossroads where you're going to need to make some important decisions. And once you make these decisions, we're saying it. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Right? We said you want that fulfillment in your financial abundance, in your finance area. We also mentioned love and romance. 10 of Cups, that is emotional fulfillment, success, happiness, good fortune. And this occurs when you make that decision that you need to make at this crossroads that you are at. If you stay where you are, you're going to keep getting what you've always have gotten. You need to move and open yourselves to new people, places, and things in order to grow, in order to find this emotional fulfillment, in order to find this financial windfall. right? It's like I'm not finding any jobs in this city. I'm going to have to relocate to a new city, a new state, maybe even a new country in order to find my financial success because I'm not going to find it here. Right? If you're in a dead-end town where there's no jobs, there's no prospects, then of course you're not going to find your financial stability there. If you're hanging out with the same people in the same environment, in the same places, then you know you haven't been finding love and romance there, and you're not going to find it there. You are going to find it elsewhere. Stability is soon going to return to you. If you've been feeling sick, like if you've been having the cold, the flu, if you've been exhausted, tired, you haven't been feeling up to par, you haven't been feeling 100%, then slowly and steadily your health will be returning to you, and stability is returning to the workplace or your financial situation, and troubling times are going to be over soon. And that is because Geminis are sitting with themselves and confronting themselves at this crossroads. Gemini, you can go left, you can go right, you can go north, you can go south, east, west, but you know you're going to have to go, you're going to have to make a move in order to bring love into your life and financial stability. So it's going to take moving, it's going to take being open to something new. It's going to be accepting that you are going to have to commit to whatever it is that you want. Commit to a relationship. Commit to working towards financial abundance. Know that in areas of your life, you will have to deal with competition. But it's important to bring your authentic self and to bring your art, your skill, your talent with you. And don't worry about getting it perfect. Just worry about getting it out there. Oh, ask help from others. That one flipped before. I can shuffle. And look for a sign. Ask for help from others and look for a sign. Oh yes, if you've been paying attention to your intuition, if you've been paying attention to your environment, if you've been paying attention to the advice and the conversations you've been having with others and overhearing from others, you will clearly get a sign on how to move forward, why you need to move forward, how to change, where you need to make this change. And if you need help, you are asked and advised to ask for it and seek it. Some of you Geminis have been asking yourselves, you know, you've been asking the universe, where's love? Where's money? Where's this abundance? When are things gonna get better? Are you looking for the signs? Are you open to the answers? Are you paying attention to the synchronicities? Are you paying attention to your gut feeling that's telling you What I'm looking for is not here. Maybe it's elsewhere. What I need is not here. Is it elsewhere? Look for the signs. That has been your weekend tea, my fabulous twins. And until we sip tea again, may you have a blessed weekend. Ciao, my fabulous twins. Cancerians, my little crabs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Thank you for joining me, Cancer, for your weekend tea. Yes, let's give the cards a shuffle for sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Cancerians, thank you, Cancer, for supporting the channel, for subscribing, for joining us during these lives. We appreciate you. Let's see what is going. Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Oof. Something or someone is coming in. Something is coming your way. Let's see what's coming your way. Let's see what's bringing news. Okay. Maybe a family member, Cancer. Someone mature. Someone wise. Someone with experience. Someone with depth. Someone you know for a very long time. Someone you have history with. You can also be connecting and communicating with your ancestors this weekend. So pay attention to your dreams, to synchronicities, to your intuition, to numbers, sight, smells, taste. Things that are reminding you of loved ones that have passed on. Something that's reminding you of your family history. Someone actually from your family reaching out to you, visiting you. This is someone older, mature, and someone you have a lot of history with. Okay? Someone who you've had difficulties with in the past. Someone that you may have blocked. Someone where there may have been a lot of distance, difficulties, and obstacles with in the recent past. That you have had a difficult relationship and connection with. This person is reaching out to you via email, phone, text. They can even be visiting your home. But someone from your family or someone from your past is visiting you, and this person you have had obstacles and difficulties with in this connection. Let's see what these obstacles and difficulties are, Cancerians. Also, a family member or someone from your past is trying to reach out to you, but either you have gone no contact, you have blocked them, you are not replying to them, because it seems like there's an obstacle for them to get through to you. And this obstacle, you may have placed it there by going no contact, by blocking someone. Okay. We ask Spirit, why these blocks? Why these obstacles with someone from your past, someone from your family? And we can see that this person wants to communicate. They want to communicate, but you feel like either they're pretentious, they're uppity, they act entitled, they may make you feel small, insignificant. You don't feel like this person treats you like an equal or does not show you respect. So they may not show you respect, equality. They may put themselves above you to make you feel less than, or that's how they have made you feel in the past. And that has caused a lot of obstacles between you and this person from the past, or you and this family member, where you have blocked communication because every time you engage with this person, whether family, friend, past lover, but this person you have a long history with. This is not someone you met last week. This is not someone you met last night. This is not someone you met yesterday, my little crabs. This is someone you have a lot of history with. And there has been difficulties communicating with this person because every time this person communicates with you, they come off as entitled, they come off as pretentious or stuck up, or they know best. But in some way, somehow, they make you feel small, they make you feel unheard or invalidated. And every time you get into a conversation with them, you become overwhelmed, stressed out. It's like they do too much, or their energy is too much. Like, oh, come on, you're doing too much. You think you're so high and mighty. You so self-righteous. You so stuck up. You so pretentious. I need somebody down to earth. I need somebody real. Cancer. And this is why maybe you went no contact. Maybe you blocked them because they're definitely trying to reach out to you. And there's definitely here with this mountain an obstacle and obstruction that says, no, I'm not going to talk to you. No, I'm not going to take your calls. No, I'm not going to answer your text, your email. No, I don't want, to deal with you. I don't want to have a conversation with you. But this person wants to communicate some thoughts and some feelings that they've been having. Okay? Keep in mind, Cancerians, we're in the holiday season, right? Happy holidays to everyone. But we're in the holiday seasons. People feel nostalgic. People miss people from their past they haven't seen. Or some people, have that epiphany, that Scrooge moment where they wake up and they're thanking Tiny Tim, and they're bringing Tiny Tim food and money and firewood, so Tiny Tim can be warm. But by the time they get to Tiny Tim is already dead and gone. And what's happening here is something along that line. Like for you, maybe somebody has waited too long to make amends. And at this point in your life, at this point in your journey, you'd rather not even speak with them. Some of you don't even care what they have to say. But for others of you, when you see their message come through, or they trying to reach you some way, somehow, maybe they go through another family member to get to you, or a friend of yours, or some other way to get to you, then know that it is because they want to share some feelings and thoughts that have dawned on them recently. And they're thinking about you. Yes, Two of Cups. They're trying to make amends here. They're trying to make amends, extend an olive branch, extend an apology. They may ask you to go see them, or they may tell you they want to come see you. They want to spend quality time with you. They consider you a loved one. Whatever has gone down, this person that's trying to reach out to you from the past that you have blocked, that you do not want to communicate with because they think so much of themselves and so little of you, now during the holiday season want to reach out to you, want to make amends, and they want to let you know that you are one of the people they love, and they want to spend time with you, and that they want to share some thoughts and some feelings that they have been experiencing lately when you have come into their mind. Yes, see? Two of Cups, Two of Hearts, Ace of Hearts, Two of Cups, One of Cups, Ace of Cups. See what's going on here? Okay. For some of you Cancerians, as we said, the boat has passed. The boat has left the port. Okay? The train has left the station. And right now, you are more focused on self-love. You are more focused on self-love, on looking out for you, on taking care of you, of putting yourselves first, of holding on to your faith, your hope, your belief, on nourishing yourselves with universal love, with spirit's love, with your ancestors' love, with your guardian angel, okay, with your archangel love, with your self-love. And you're not totally open to accepting this call, this visit, or this apology. Oh my. You are more focused on new love, new experiences, new connections, going on a great adventure. But you feel overwhelmed, swamped, frustrated, even thinking about having to communicate with this person that's coming back. The ghost from the past is coming back right now. And during the holiday season, you know, people are popping up. People are popping up for many reasons. Because they're lonely. Because they couldn't find a new supply. Because they couldn't find a replacement. Or because, you know, you're the one that got away. For whatever reason, you are on this person's mind at this current time during this holiday season. And now, oh, no need to worry. You're not even worried about it. No need to worry. Let's get a second message on this no need to worry. Because for some of you, you're worried that if you communicate with this person, you're going to be burdened, swamped. But the message may be, hear this person out. Hear what they got to say. There's no need to worry. All you got to do is listen to what they have to say And if you don't want to hear it, then peace out. Okay? Thank you. Next. If that ex wanna come and have that conversation, ain't no need to worry, Cancer. You can hear them out, and you can still make the decision, okay, to put that no contact and that block and that obstacle right back where you've placed it. There's no need to worry. Why we say there's no need to worry? Because you are focused on self-love. You are focused on putting yourself first, and you are looking out for your well-being. So you have control here. You have the control. That's why Spirit is saying, hey, there's no need to worry. Because even if this person manages to get through your obstacles and your blockages, you are going to have the final say on how this turns out and if this person continues in your life or not. Also, no need to worry about someone getting through who you don't want to speak to during this time, because you have put all blocks in place and you have put yourselves first. Okay? I want to get just one more message on that one for Cancer. A year from now, you may be prepared. A year from now, right? Maybe next Christmas, to reach out to them or to remove that block. But a year from now, things will be very different for you and between you and this person. Because right now, I see that you are more focused on working on yourselves, working on new connections, working on your homes, working on your business, working on your friendships, on those that love you and nurture you and show true affection. I don't see Cancerians wanting to waste time with stuck-up people, pretentious people, self-righteous people, people who like putting others down to make themselves feel, better about themselves and their lives, and they always the best. They're better than everyone else. You don't want to be around that energy, okay? You're literally blocking that energy out. And it may take a whole year from now for you to heal. And that's why they're having trouble getting through to you. But even if they manage to get through to you somehow, though I don't see how, but if they do, by some miracle, by some Christmas miracle, Cancer, they get through, they won't be a problem. Because now you know how to put yourself first. Oof. Go ahead, Cancer. That has been your weekend tea until we sip tea together again. May you have a blessed weekend. Ciao. Leos, my kings and queens of the jungle. All right, Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Thank you so much, Bank, for staying with us during these lives. Thank you for your support. Okay, oh, Leo, another sign. Another sign that says, what's behind door number 1? What's behind door number 2? There's 2 options. There's 2 choices ahead of you. two directions. One is going to lead you to where you want to be, and the other one is going to distract you and is not going to be as fulfilling as you have hoped or you are hoping. Okay? Right now, you may be having a choice between two partners, two jobs, two locations, two homes, but it is between two things here. Left, right, up, down. And know that one is the correct one. Like behind door number one, there's a brand new car. Behind door number two, an empty basket. Try your luck again. So it's important that you make a wise decision. Woof, yeah. Make a wise decision. Okay? There's something you need to cut out ASAP. There's something that you need to do away with, that you need to cut out of your life, that you have to make a decision on, to release, to end, to remove, and to cut out. Okay? You have two things in your life. One thing is working for you, and one thing is absolutely not working for you and has to be cut out. It has to be removed. You don't want to walk around with cancer in your body. You want to get it removed. You don't want to be in a toxic relationship. You want to cut yourself free from it. You don't want to be in a toxic environment, in a toxic work situation. Whatever area this choice is hitting you at, Leos, it's time to make a decision to cut what's unhealthy, what's not working for you, what's obviously a bad choice out of your life. Right? Whatever, Spirit said it, whatever decision you make, something is going to have to stay behind. Something is going to be removed and cut out of your life. The question is, are you going to be the one cutting something out of your life, or is something cutting itself out of your life? Let's continue spilling tea and let's find out. Yeah. Let's go, Leos. Let's do it, my kings and queens of the jungle. That's right. I'm not afraid. Gemstar's going to go with you into this jungle. And we want to see what's in the jungle. A relationship. Yes. Okay? Whether it's a business partnership you're cutting yourself free from, you is throwing that engagement ring back in somebody's face, or you are cutting a relationship out of your life, a friendship out of your life, a commitment that you've made that has not worked out for you or is not working out for you. This is like renegotiating, negotiating, definitely cutting some type of commitment out of your life or relationship or friendship. You are definitely making a choice, a decision this weekend. You're thinking about it, you're mulling over it, on cutting out a connection in your life that's not working for you. Whether this is in business, whether this is in love, or whether this is in friendship. It is you that needs to make this decision or are making this decision at this time. Let's continue to see where this is going, Leos. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's see it. Let's do it. Leo, Leo, Leo. Let's continue. What's going on? Flying out. Okay, you being polished and tactful while someone is attacking you physically or verbally. Okay, so you're trying to stay cool, calm, collected, being the bigger person here, being mature, being polished, thinking exactly about how you're going to respond to this attack. Yeah, you see, oh, cutting it right out. Like Leo is saying, no, you don't put your hands on me. You don't come at me verbally. You're not going to attack me verbally. You're not going to attack me physically. You are not going to put your hands on me. I am too much of a lioness or a lion. You are not going to make me mess up my mane. You are not going to mess up my peace and tranquility in this jungle. Because, boy, am I ready to cut this tree down? Am I ready to cut this bush down? I will cut you out of my life. If you even think about trying to get up in my face. Ooh, Leos, kings and queens of the jungle, you are roaring this weekend. You are in rare form. Okay? As we said it, right? A choice here. Behind door number 1, a good option. Behind door number 2, a bad one. For some Leos, you went for door number 2 and you're starting to see that a person you're involved with is verbally or physically abusive, and you are not going to commit to an abusive partner. You're definitely not going to marry this person. Okay? You are not going to marry this person, or you are not going to work with this person. You are not going to associate with a person who, in order to get their way or their point across, they have to physically or verbally go on the attack. Let's see what else flew out here. Okay, you see? Meditating, seeking peace and harmony. That's you, Leos. Confirmation. You are seeking peace and harmony. Right? You are too much of a lady. You are too much of a gentleman at this time in this reading. I don't know about other times, Leo, because I know how you guys roar in that jungle. But at this present moment, in this weekend tea that's coming out, you will not work with, you will not hang out with, you will not associate with, you will not marry with, you will not commit to someone who uses physical or verbal abuse in their connections with others, especially not towards you. You are seeking peace and harmony. You are tired of arguing and fighting and confrontation, difficult people, okay? Aggressive people. You're not down with that, lion and lionesses. You don't want that to be a part of your future, right? You're cutting it out because you don't want it to be a part of your future. You want connections that bring you peace and harmony. You don't want connections where you're dealing with someone aggressive and abusive that you have to always be looking over your shoulder and walking on glass because you don't know how this person is going to come at you or what this person is capable of doing. This is craziness. This is total craziness right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Lovers triangle. Lovers triangle. Some of you may be confronting someone for cheating, calling them out on their cheating ways. And because you're calling them out on their cheating ways, Leos, and you telling them, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. They want to get up in your face. They want to get physically and verbally abusive. And you will have none of it. Some of you are dealing with a baby daddy where you can't have your own life because they go on the attack, they get abusive, and you want none of this. None of it. You want connections and relationships that you can commit to that bring peace, harmony, that you're dealing with people who are honest and trustworthy, and you don't want to feel like a third wheel in a connection. You don't want to be made an option. You don't want to be under duress, and you don't want to be abused. And someone thinks that they can obligate you or force you to stay in a relationship like this, or to work with someone like this, to be around someone like this. That's why you're told from the very beginning you have an option. One option will lead to happiness and the other will lead to misery. And you definitely will be in misery, Leo, if you don't cut out of your life relationships and commitments that do not honor you. That is the truth, plain and simple. Take it or leave it, Spirit says. You know, Spirit says if you want to be abused, then you can stay and be miserable. But we're forewarning you that this is only going to get worse if you stick around with people who lack commitment, people who don't make you a priority in their life, people who are saying, oh, but he's just a friend, she's just a friend. Really? Why am I just finding out about this person? And not even through your own mouth, through the grapevine. Leos, leave it in the comment section. Don't stop. Do not stop. Do not stop. That's right. Head for the door. Head for the jungle. Keep it moving. Keep going. Don't stop for this person. They're only going to hurt you. They're only going to lie. They're only going to cheat. It is best to opt for new relationships and new connections that honor you, that bring you peace and harmony, that respect you, right? Listen to some Aretha Franklin, right? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to you this weekend, Leos. And let somebody know. Give them a dictionary. Give them a dictionary and find the word respect. And let them read the definition out loud. Because what they're doing is a lack of respect. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, aggression. Don't stop. Cut it right out of your life. Make better commitments. Use your discernment. Use your intuition. Use your gut feelings to guide you to making the right choices and decisions for your life. Don't allow others to make the decision for you, because it can be a high price you pay. That has been your weekend tea, Lion and Lionesses. Thank you for supporting the Gemstar in Spirit and this channel. And may you have a happy holiday season and a blessed weekend. Ciao. Virgos, my beautiful, hardworking, practical perfectionists of the zodiac. Welcome back, Virgos, to the live weekend tea on Kettle Messages Tarot with your reader and Oracle the Gemstar. That is moi. Let's spit. Ooh, Virgos. All right, so we're thinking of a friend. Okay. What is it about this friend? Oh, okay. Friends and money. Friends and money. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Some of you can be going into business with a friend that can turn out to be very lucrative. The business at this time may be in its infancy, but you have to be careful that you know this friend very well before you go into business with them. But for some Virgos, you're spending time this weekend with friends whom you may be discussing a business plan or some type of money move or money making opportunity or plan this weekend. You may also be spending money and time on friendships this weekend. Let's see where this is going. Because when it flipped out reversed. It hit and it went reverse. And because it hit the selenite, I put it upright. So I'm going to read the message first, upright. And the first message would be for Virgos, that some of you are discussing going into business with a friend or making some money moves with a friend this weekend. But this money move is, this idea of making this money move is at the beginning stages. This is like a startup business, an investment. You can be investing. And the second message would be, if I would have kept it the way it flipped out, would be careful with going into business with a friend. Because this friend may be not so honest, not so loyal, and not so trustworthy, right? They always say, oh, the dog is man's best friend. But when the dog comes out reversed, this is not man's best friend. This is man's, enemy. Because the dog will bite your face, bite your leg, eat you up, okay? Take a bite out of you, right? Some friendships are taking a bite out of your finances. Some of your friendships are costing you a lot of money. Okay, there's some friendships that can be costing you money. There's some connections that can be costing you money. You also, since it's the first card out, have to question, are you being a good friend to another? Are you costing a friend money? Are you costing a friend something? Or is a friend costing you some type of loss here? Because for some of you, a friend in business cannot be trusted because they're not loyal, not trustworthy. Especially in a business deal. Now, Virgo, some of you are determined to make this investment, to start this business, to help this friend out, or to work with this friend. You feel like you're suited for the task, or they're suited for what you are offering or what you guys are coming up with. And you're feeling like it's the right thing, it's the right time, it's the right move to make. Let's continue. Let's get some clarification. As we said, it hit the selenite, it reversed, and then we put it upright. So for some of you, you're determined in investing in a startup, investing in a business, or going into business with friends or with a specific friend. And it's because you think that they're well suited for the business, or they can be some type of asset or benefit or good addition. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. They got skills, talents, abilities, connections, resources that you feel are beneficial and are very much needed in order to start this business or in order to make this money move. This person is very creative, very resourceful. They have a lot of skills, talents, abilities, connections, charisma. They've got a lot to offer. Or you see their potential. Okay? Virgos, you're an earth sign. So you can see potential in things to make money, to grow, to build on. And you obviously are here, okay, with a friend this weekend or friends where you guys are coming together and collaborating, discussing on how to work together, bringing all your skills, all your talent, all your resources, all your together, working together to start this up, to make this money, to get this bag. But we are only at the beginning. We are discussing it, we are planning it, but we haven't actually started it. Okay, Virgos? You're discussing it, you're planning it, but it's not set in stone yet. But you can already see how it can make money or how this can work out. Again, confirmation. A partner or a friend will let you down because they're undependable. Again, so the second message is repeating. This is confirmation. Okay? The 7 of Cups, the fantasy, the illusion, the denial energy, the confusion, the fogginess, the murkiness. We can't see, okay? It's like being so focused on how something can work out, on how something can turn out, but you're not taking into consideration what can go wrong. Okay? And you're not asking yourself if you can really trust someone that you're going into business with, or you're negotiating with, or you're trying to build something with, because you can only see them as a good person, a friend, or someone with a lot of potential. You're not seeing, you're seeing their strengths, right? It's like you're focused on their strength, you're seeing their strengths, but you're not considering their weaknesses. You're not seeing their flaws. You're not seeing where this can go wrong. It's like all you can see is the dollar signs, the dollar signs, the dollar signs. But you can't see bankruptcy, empty pockets down the line. Because for some of you, this person will let you down, and it's not somebody you can depend on. That's that message, the second message coming through, confirming itself. So both messages are being confirmed. And keep in mind, these are general readings, right? So it's more than one Virgo tuning in. So for some Virgos, you're going to have that loyal friend where you guys are determined to do this startup, come what may. Y'all going to work together. Y'all going to bring all your resources together and make it work. For another group of Virgos, or one particular Virgo out there who can only see the dollar signs, who can only see the profit, who can only see the good, okay, the possibilities, you're not taking into account that something can go wrong. Someone can let you down. Someone can renege. Someone can back out. Someone here is not to be trusted, not to be dependent on, especially when it comes to money or something that you are just beginning and starting. Okay, so for some of you, another Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio may be the friend or the person that you're planning this with to be wary of, not to totally trust. For others of you, there are going to be fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, who you can build a successful business with. But for some of you, water signs and other earth signs, the situation gets, tricky, where you can't totally trust someone because they're gonna let you down some way, somehow. You might see it within the next few months, okay? So, as we said, this is just we're discussing this, right? This energy is, we're discussing it, we're talking about it, we're planning it. We can see the possibilities, all right? But let this be the weekend, chat, and let the final decision come within the next few months, where you can see if this person is really devoted and dedicated and determined as you are? Are they going to follow up, right? Are they going to reach out to you after this weekend? Are they going to continue discussing it? Are they going to come up with the investment? Like, you're talking about it this weekend, but they're going to have to back it up, or you're going to have to back it up. And you'll see within the next few months if someone is going to back up what they say. That has been your weekend tea, Virgos. Until we sip tea again, may you have a blessed weekend and a happy holiday season. Ciao, Virgos. Libra, my scales of justice. Let's lay down the low and lay down the justice with Libra. My scales of justice. Libra, thank you for joining us and supporting our channel. You're watching Kettle Messages Tarot Live, the weekend tea with your reader, the Gem Star. Let's do it. Let's spill the tea for Libra. The scales of justice, Libra. Ooh, it's a dead end, Libra. Anubis. Anubis is weighing somebody's heart. And is it as light as a feather? Because you is not going to enter the kingdom of the highest universe if your heart is not as light as a feather. It is time for transformation, for change, for a rebirth. You are definitely putting an end, okay? Some of you may be attending a wake, a funeral during this time. You may visit a cemetery to visit a loved one during this time. And you may also be ending something, closing something in order to make some changes and some transformation in your life. Something is definitely coming to an end. Okay, you're going to hear about it. Some of you, Libras, there's a reading of a will going on here. Some of you may be receiving a message that somebody has passed on. Or you may be receiving or sending a message to someone that it is over and done with. Okay? You may be ending it with someone. You may be sending a text, an email, a message to someone that something is over. Okay? You might be giving somebody the walking papers. Somebody may be giving you the walking papers. There may be a reading of a will here. You may hear of a loved one that's passed on. Yes, definitely messages, messages, messages. Okay? There are definitely messages coming through. But there is something here that is ending, that has ended. Oh. Okay. It's ending, Libra, because you're tired of fighting. You're tired of arguing. It's like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of arguing. Wherever this is landing in your life, whether it's in the courtroom, like, let's just settle this. Let's make a settlement. Okay? Because I can't continue with this case to and fro. I just want it to end. I can't keep going back and forth with you in this friendship. I cannot keep going back and forth with you, arguing and fighting in this relationship. But there is something that continues to repeat, that you are tired and exhausted of, and you are about to give your resignation. You are about to tell somebody it's done and over with. This cannot continue. There's a message, and it's not going to resonate with everyone. But someone may be killed in an accident or in a fight, in an altercation. And you will hear about that. Someone gets into a fight and an altercation and they are killed or injured very badly. That's not going to resonate with everyone, but that's a message that's coming through, so I'm going to relay it. But definitely a message that is definitely coming through for a lot of my Libras is that you are done and over with things that are difficult, things that make your life difficult, people who are just, you know, making things harder than what they need to be. This is ongoing, over and over. It never stops. It never ends. And you are ready to put an end to it. Like Anubis is already embalming here, removing all the organs. It's done and over with. Did you get the memo? Did you get the resignation letter? Did you get the email that I quit? I quit this job. I end this relationship. But Libra says, I will not continue to fight and argue with you. And you know, that's another message that's just come through. Spirit says, if you're in a difficult connection, don't fight. Don't get into a confrontation, especially a physical altercation, because it can end very badly. Okay, even by accident, you can kill someone. You cannot be paying attention. You're just upset. You're just angry, and you push someone, and they fall backwards, and they hit their head on the table. Okay, and you kill them. So be very careful that if you're ending relationships, ending friendships, don't get into fights and arguments. That's why this letter is coming through. Like, it's better to text and email. Don't even do this face to face. And that message is not going to resonate for everyone, but it's just an advice that Spirit is relaying, that do not get into fights and confrontations. It can end well. You know, like, be careful if you're out, hanging out, especially if you're drinking, if you're getting high, okay? Or if you're just surrounded by very aggressive, argumentative, violent people, because something looks like it's not going to end well. Yeah, someone who used to be charming, like someone you used to find charming, has lost their charm. Okay? Prince Charming is no longer charming. This is no longer your prince. This is no longer your princess. This is no longer your king or your queen. You want nothing to do with them. All they do is fight and argue and be combative and defensive and possessive and aggressive and abusive. Okay? Someone here is always trying to fit in. Someone here is always trying to fit in, always people pleasing, always trying to make others happy. And if you have fallen in that energy of people pleasing and trying to fit in and trying to make others happy, then you have had enough of that crap, Libra. You're like, hell no. Take me as I am. Take it or leave it. This is Libra. I'm not going to change to try to fit in. I'm done with people pleasing. Or if you're dealing with someone, or you're in a connection or relationship with someone who is always trying to fit in and trying to please their family and their friends, and you know, the hell with you if their friends and their family don't like you and don't side with you and don't want you to be part of Libra's life, because Libra, that person is always going to listen to their friends and their family because they want to please, because they want to fit in. They don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to lose a friend or a family member. And you are done with this. You are done with this. And some of you are done with partners that are always, you know, putting their friends and their family before their relationship and their connection with you, and they will listen and take advice from their family and their friends, but when it comes to you, it's always an argument. They're not open to what you're saying. They're not compromising. And you're tired of this. Yes. You're tired of being hurt. You're tired of being hurt. You have feelings too. Libra's saying, I have feelings too. I'm sensitive too. I hurt too. Your words, your behavior, your attitude towards me, your treatment of me hurts. And I refuse to put up with that. Ooh, Libra, lay down the law and lay down the justice. Lay down the law, lay down the justice, and serve them their cease and desist. Okay? It's like this is an order of protection. Stay away, Libra says. Because Libra is, you know, law and justice. So Libra is saying, hey, cease and desist. Here is, you have been served. Here's my order of protection. You can't get anywhere near me. Or this is just done and over with, because I'm not here to people please or to try to fit in some mold that you want me to fit into. I'm not just going to fall in place and do as I'm told. I have feelings. I need to express myself. And someone who was once a Prince Charming or princess is, you know, now a frog. And you don't want anything to do with them. You're seeing them for their true colors. You seeing, you know, the mask fall off. And you've been putting up with this for a while. This is not something that's just happened. Okay? This foul treatment that you're receiving from someone is just not just happening all of a sudden. Someone here has been malicious for a very long time. They've been cruel. They have betrayed you. And it looks like you have put up with a lot. You have been through a lot. You have forgiven a lot. But now, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. This heart is not light as a feather, and Anubis is refusing it. You is not going to enter the kingdom of light. You is going down to the fiery pits of hell for eternity. Libra, you have had enough. And we can see why. You're dealing with someone aggressive, abusive, malicious, cruel, betrays you, okay? Cheats, lies, is treacherous. And this can be a close friend, a lover, a husband, a wife, a family member. It's coming through as a matriarch, as a female. But for some of you, it can be a masculine in their feminine bitchy energy. The feminine bitchy reverse energy, and you have had enough of this crap. You want your wishes, your dreams, your desires fulfilled. You want your 9 of Cups. This is not your 9 of Cups. So that's why you are ending this hot mess. Okay? You is giving them the walking papers or the legal papers. They have been served to stay absolutely away from you, because all they bring is violence, trouble, and strife with them wherever they go. And you're headed towards fulfilling of your dreams, your wishes, and desires. And for some of you, that is a fulfillment of your wishes and desire, is to finally get rid of this person in your life. All right, that's right. You are ending a negative cycle in your life. You're ending a negative cycle in your life, and you're welcoming a positive, much needed change. When you separate from this person, your finances are going to improve. Your personal space is going to improve. Your home, your career, your energy overall is going to change. And that's because you're removing out of your life someone who's very, very toxic. Good for you, Libra. A final message for my scales of justice. A final message for my scales of justice. Get more information. Okay, we'll do as we're told. Get more information. And the one that flew out, how to go fishing for it, is yes. Yes. It is time to make this change, make this move, make this end happen. Okay, put a tombstone on it. It is done and over with. Free yourself from Alcatraz. Free yourself from toxic relationships, toxic people, places, and things. People that are cruel. People that are cruel, malicious, unscrupulous. That time has come. The time has come, Libras. You're tired of putting up with abuse. You're headed for bigger and better things. You're headed in the direction of fulfilling your wishes, your dreams, and desire. But that happens when you break free from that which is torturing you, tormenting you, bringing you down, and holding you back. That has been your weekend tea. May you have a blessed weekend, Libras, my beautiful scales of justice. And may you have a wonderful, happy holiday season. Ciao. Scorpios, my deep, dark, mysterious ones of the Zodiac. Scorpios, I'm going to take a quick sip of tea. Thank you. And let's see what's going on for my detectives of the Zodiac. My mysterious ones. Let's see what is going on for Scorpios for this weekend tea. We thank you for your support. Thank you for joining our sacred space. You are tuned into the Kettle Messages Tarot Live Weekend Tea with your Reader the Gem Star. Okay, so some Scorpios are feeling unhappy. Okay, we're not feeling energetic or vibrant. Some of you may be having bad health at this time, maybe going through grief or mourning or sadness, not feeling like putting yourself out there at this time. There's something that may be making you sad. Okay, for some of you is in the area of love and romance. There's some unhappiness in a relationship, in a connection, in a partnership. You're sad, you're unhappy, you're not fulfilled. It's not bringing you joy at this time. You are feeling down and out about it. Let's continue, Scorpios. Why is this relationship having you in a funk? Oh, because they're a dirty snake. Okay. All right. So somebody here is a snake in the grass, or you see them as a snake. You see someone as treacherous, as untrustworthy, as a viper, as poison, as the snake in the tree tempting Eve, okay, to go against God's will. But because you are seeing someone in a bad light, or because that you're seeing someone's mask fall off, or you're seeing someone's true nature, or someone is behaving like a snake, or you're starting to see the snakery from someone, it is making you unhappy, letting you down. You're feeling disappointed. I feel an energy of disappointment, of unhappiness, due to betrayal. Let's dig a little deeper into this, Scorpios. Let's continue spilling the tea. Because remember when we say lovers, relationships, it's about choice. All right? It's about choice. Okay. So for some of you, this may be a new person that's entering your life. That they have invited you out, or they have invited you to go try a relationship out with them, or a friendship with them, or some opportunity with them, and you're not trusting them. There's something about them that tells you this is not the person for you. It's best not to get involved. It's best to let this opportunity pass by because it's a bad deal. Because for some Scorpios, you may have had high hopes for a friendship or a relationship. But after giving this connection an opportunity to see what it offers, you can see that it's offering nothing of value. Nothing of value. Welcome, Melissa. Let's continue spilling tea. Okay, Scorpios. Okay, So someone here has negative behaviors. This also came out during your weekly tea. Check that out. I'm a little behind on the monthlies for December. I'm going to try to get you that mid-month. But I've been under the weather and I've been trying to take care of my clients. The holidays are a very busy time. So I'm going to try to catch up on the December readings. But during this weekend tea, we can see that some Scorpios have given someone an opportunity to be an important part in their life, but this person has shown themselves to be very negative. Okay? That can be when you meet someone, they come with their representative, right? They're on their best behavior. But the more you date them, the more you talk to them, the more you get to know them, you start to see other sides of them. There are things that were unknown to you and are now being known by you, and you're not liking it very much. Okay? So you're not liking it very much. It's making you unhappy. After you had high hopes for this friendship or this relationship, what a letdown, Scorpios, right? I'm feeling this energy like, Gemstar, what a letdown, okay? I thought I saw hearts. I saw a kindred spirit. I saw a soulmate. I saw love. And nope, it wasn't love. It was lust. It was usury. It was fakery. It was falsery. It was fake news. Okay, they were wearing a mask, Gemstar, and now the mask fell off. And how disappointing. I'm going to have to kick this one to the curb. Now, if this hasn't occurred, right, because this is a weekend tea, and if this is not somebody you already entertaining, then you got to be careful with the new people you start dating, Scorpio, because one of them, they might look good on the outside, on the surface. Superficially, they check all the boxes, they look good on a superficial level. But when you rip off the flesh, when you rip off the mask, you can see the black heart that's inside, the wickedness that lurks within. It's like something looks good on the outside, Scorpios, but don't be fooled. Keep in mind, you are one of the most intuitive, psychic signs of the zodiac. So something is going to tingle in that poisonous tail of yours and let you know that, Scorpio, this sounds good, but dig a little deeper because you don't know the whole story. Oh yeah, this person looks perfect on the outside. They check all the boxes that you're looking for on the outside. But when you get into the heart, when you get into the feelings, when you get into their beliefs, what they're looking for, who they truly are, they're not going to meet what you're looking for, and they're not going to be checking any of those boxes. Something that looks good on the outside, Scorpios, is not good at all. It's rotten. It's rotten in the inside. And so you have to use your discernment. You have to use your intuition. You have to trust your gut feelings. No matter if you had high hopes and it's going to make you unhappy and heartbroken, to face the reality that all that glitters isn't gold, that something that is beautiful on the outside can be rotten in the inside. Right? They say many beautiful people are mean, cruel, narcissistic, abusive, self-absorbed, And you may find that out. You may find that out. You may land one of those. Let's dig a little deeper. Let's continue. Also, watch out with get rich quick schemes. Watch out with love bombing. Watch out with offers that are too good to be true. Because something here looks good, sounds good, appears perfect, just what you was looking for. But behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz is not all that powerful. Actually, he's just working behind those curtains, trying to ruin everybody's life and having total control. Let's continue. Something that all that glitters isn't gold. Something that's looking good on the outside is rotten in the inside. Something that you thought had prospect has turned out to be an epic fail. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. But deal with things as they are, not as you wish them to be. Because if you ignore what's inside and you just go with what's on the surface, on the superficial level, you will end up very unhappy. But I like that it came out this way, because it's saying you're unhappy because you can see, Scorpios, that something that look good is not good. Extra messages for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, there's that 3. Okay. Yeah. For some of you, it's third-party interference. For some of you, you're finding out that someone who said they were committed to you is not really committed. They got other options. They're talking to other people. They're entertaining other ops at this time. All right? So someone here, Scorpio, lacks commitment. So they can't commit to this connection with you. They can bring instability into your life. They can cause you legal issues. They can cause you legal issues, heartache, and loss, confusion, and indecisiveness. That's what hot mess. All right, because when the devil shows up, he ain't showing up with anything good. He makes it look good. That's what temptation is all about. He makes it look good, but the deal is rotten. Someone is selling you and making a deal with you and making it sound good when it's rotten. Like someone is saying, yeah, I'm single, I'm committed, I see future, don't worry about it, it's just me and you, right? It's just me and you. I love you, Scorpio, you the only one. You the only one. And he is the third party. He is the lover. He is the Don Juanita, Don Juan. They're cheating. That's the other woman, the other man. Here are you and them, Scorpio, and you're finding out that they have another woman or another man in their life. Alright? Some of you can even find out that your partner, you may have thought they were heterosexual, but they're not. They're bi, or they're in the closet, okay, and you just their beard. That's not for all. That's just for somebody specific out there that needed to hear that, okay? But there is definitely cheating, lying going on here. And someone being with someone for all the wrong reasons. Like they're just with you for financial reasons, but they don't really love you and they're not committed to the relationship. And that's why they cheat. It's like, Scorpio, you provide the security, but I'm lusting someone else. I'm into someone else. I'm loving on somebody else. Double three. Oof, double snake. Like, definitely, Scorpio. Definitely. Okay? With the Ace of Pentacles, as we said, you thought that this was solid. You thought that this person was dependable, that you can count on this. You can build on it. You can plant the seed. You can nurture this. This is going to grow. This was going to go somewhere. And no. They are with you, seeing you with an ulterior motive. Either it's because of the sex, it's because of the security you provide, it's because you trust them, but it's definitely not because they intend to commit, okay? To make you the only one. Because they're cheating. They're cheating. They're lying. That's why the unhappiness. That's why the unhappiness, the crying, the tears. This situation will improve. Oh, it'll definitely improve, Scorpios, if you remove yourself. Because whoever is cheating, okay, is doing it in the dark. While they're out. Oh, I'm working late. They're cheating. They're not showing up till the next day. They're traveling for work. They're doing this hidden. They've been hiding it really well. Okay? They've been hiding it really well. But they're dealing with Scorpio. One of the intuitive ones of the zodiac. And Scorpio, you're going to follow your intuition. You're going to get a sign. You're going to get some receipts. You are going to find out. And when you do, that's when the situation will improve. Because you can cut yourselves free from someone and their negative behaviors, their cheating ways, their lying, their deceptive ways. You know, Scorpio, they hide it well because they love bomb. They bring gifts, you know, when they come home. They make you feel like you're the only one. And that's what's going on here. That's how they've been able to keep this on the down low for as long as they have. Because they've been doing this a while. It's not the first time they've cheated. Okay, so if you catch them cheating, this is not the first time they've done it. It's just the first time that you've caught them. But it's not the first time they've done it. This situation will improve. Don't stop. Here's your guardian angel. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, your guardian angel is coming down and saying, Don't stop. Keep going. Don't place your anchor here. This is not a good deal. This is not a good person. This is not the relationship for you. The situation will improve when you remove yourself. Because this person may have even popped the question, Scorpios. Okay? You may even be engaged at this time. That's how far they have gone with this game. That, you know, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, Scorpios. Find those receipts. Find those receipts. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea again, may you have a blessed weekend and a wonderful, happy holiday season. Ciao, Scorpios. Welcome, Saggies, to the live weekend tea with your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar, Kettle Messages Tarot. Let's give the cards a shuffle and let's see what is going on for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Sagittarius. What's going on for Saggies? Saggies? Alright, so something is ongoing. It hasn't ended. But you're going to have to cut it. Something out of your life. Okay? There's some transformation and there's some changes that need to happen in your life. And in order for these changes and transformations to happen, you have to cut away parts of you or things in your life that are not serving you. You are delaying change and transformation because you haven't done the work, you haven't cut out of your life what's unhealthy, what's not working for you, what's holding you back. Bad habits, old beliefs, old way of being, thinking, living. So, for Saggies, there's a delay in change and transformation because you haven't done the cutting and the removal of things that are not serving you. Okay. For some of you, transformation and change is delayed because oddly, you don't know what it is exactly that you need to get rid of in order for transformation and change to occur. Ooh, yeah, I want to dig into this with you, Saggies. Let's look into this because some of you may really want change in your life. But it's like, where do I start, Gemstar? Where do I begin? How do I do this? What is it exactly that I got to get rid of? And you can start with bad habits, negative thoughts, old beliefs, old conditionings. It's like when you see that times are changing, right? Now we have AI, now we have all these new systems, but you refuse to work with these systems, learn these systems. You're stuck in your own ways, or you're inflexible because you stick with outdated beliefs and traditions that are no longer serving you. There are things that must be released. But since this is a work within yourself, only you know what it is that you need to change and you need to leave behind. But for some of you, you're saying, yeah, Gemstar, I know that I should know, but I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's look into that. It's like, okay, I'm not too sure what exactly I'm doing wrong, or I don't know exactly what I need to leave behind. I don't know exactly what I have to change, but definitely know that you have to cut something out of your life. Because it's holding you back. These delays, they are holding you back. Okay. For some of you, it may be childhood trauma. It may be something that stunted your growth, your evolution, your outlook on life, or how you look at yourself, that keeps you limited for some reason in one way, shape, or form. It's like being traumatized by something, an experience that you've gone through, something embarrassing, something shameful, something that humiliated you, and it's like frozen you in that situation and in that particular time, and it has not allowed you to grow. It has not allowed you to evolve or to awaken spiritually. There's some trauma that needs to be released, and you may need therapy, you may need counseling, psychology, psychiatry, you may need professional help. Because I say that because some of you don't even know what it is that's holding you back. It's like needing to go and get put under hypnosis so that they can bring out that trauma that has frozen you, that is not allowing you to develop, to grow, to move forward, to evolve, or to awaken. Something has traumatized you, and because of that, it's holding you back. It's causing delays, obstacles, and stagnation in your love life, in your finances, in your business, in your development, in your self-development, in your own evolution, in your own awakening. So definitely, for some Sagittariuses that are coming out here, they need counseling, therapy, going into trance or hypnosis, or going to a spiritual advisor, a shaman, someone that can do past life or go deep into your psyche in order to find out what is holding you back. That's like when some people suffer from PTSD. It's like a trauma, a shock that has frozen you, in a certain time or in a certain thought or pattern or belief system, and you can't move on from there. But way to go. I see that some of you Sagittarius are determined. You're determined at this point. Because for some of you, you're becoming frustrated with things not changing, things not evolving, things being stuck, frozen, the same. Because, of course, you're frustrated, Sagittarius. You're the movers, the shakers, the innovators, the ones that can see, you know, further, far out there, the future, the inventors, the philosophers. So, of course, this is frustrating for you. It's like having creator's block. Of course, this energy is frustrating you at this time. But I see that Sagittarius is determined to figure out what it is that's holding them back. What is causing these delays? I love it because that means that some of you will take the advice and you will seek out help and assistance with a professional, whether it be a spiritual practitioner, professional, or a medical professional. But it's like, you know what? I gotta get to the bottom of this. I'm loving it, Saggies, because it's like you gotta get to the bottom of what is holding you back. Oh, don't go nowhere. Okay. Someone is going to be, a side message, side message for some Sagittarius. Someone may be seeking forgiveness this weekend because they are scared and afraid that you take them to court. Okay? As we said, there's an issue here that's ongoing. And you need to cut it out of your life. For some of you, an issue that's ongoing may be a legal issue. And you want to put an end to this already. Or there's some lingering legal issue, threat here lingering around, and you want to put an end to it. If you're having issues with someone, Sagittarius, it seems like someone here is seeking forgiveness before it goes to court. It's like trying to settle something out of court because you don't want to go into court. Because the book, right, just like the judge, laying down the law, laying down the justice, the laws, okay? The laws of the spiritual world, the laws of the physical world, the laws, okay? And a lot of laws are unknown to us. But here the book is closed. It's something unknown that is not revealed at this time. And this can be a future legal issue. A future legal issue. So for some of you, if you're having problems and issues with someone, or you're stuck in a situation where you don't know what's going on, it should be your duty to dig deep, okay, and find out what is going on. Because something that you're involved with, whether it's a person, place, situation, it can lead to legal problems in the future. Or you need to read the fine print on any documents that you are signing, any contracts, any leases, anything you are signing, okay, that is legal, all right, that is legally binding. Read the fine print and have a lawyer go over it before you sign on the dotted line. Because there can be some legal issues popping up in the future. Also, another message coming through is that somebody has humiliated you, offended you, shamed you, defamed your character. They have come for you, Sagittarius. Then some of them may come around apologizing because they're afraid that you can sue them. All right? If you've done something that is embarrassing, humiliated, and shameful to another, then it is wise at this time to seek forgiveness, to make amends, to clear the air, okay? To speak on this. This is not a situation to stay quiet, to wait to see what happens. There's a need for someone here to suck up their pride, to put their ego to the side and to make amends with someone else before a legal issue can develop, before somebody can take somebody to court. You may be determined to take somebody to court. Oh, the other deck. Okay. Let me get some clarification on this legal issue because it's unknown. It's unknown. It says it can lead to a legal issue, but what the problem is specifically. One problem is showing itself as defamation of character, bullying, mocking, humiliating somebody, embarrassing somebody, shaming somebody. This is, if you thought this was over, this is not over. And that's something that you've got to get rid of and handle right away. Okay? Whether you did the mocking or the bullying or the harassing or someone else has done this, this is not over and done with. This can turn into a legal issue. And so somebody got to take action and handle this. And be determined to try to get forgiveness and handle this out of court before somebody can take it to court. Whether this is you or someone you're dealing with. See, okay, for some of you, it can be a contractor, a vendor, like someone you in business with, someone you have hired, okay, that's done some shoddy work, or your employer, okay, they on power trips, they're abusing their power, or they're not paying you, that you're undervalued, underpaid, or you haven't gotten paid, and you want payment. You want payment and you want compensation, okay? Someone has done something to you, Sagittarius. Someone owes you one way or another, and you want compensation. You want payment. You want to take somebody to court because you want justice. See? For some of you Sagittarius, you may take a family member to court, or a family member maybe wanting to take you to court. And that's why it's important here that's why that message came out, Sagittarius, that somebody's seeking forgiveness. Because this can be with someone in your own family circle, your own family circle, or a friend you consider like family. All right? Either you want to sue them, they want to sue you. Somebody says somebody owes somebody money, and because the money is not getting paid, then they're going to take you to Judge Judy. Judge Judy is in, baby. There's a divide. As we said, this is not done and over with. This is not done and over with. There's a divide between you and a loved one and you and a friend. And there's a need to talk and make amends and find a solution to this problem before it gets worse. Before somebody takes somebody else to court. Okay? Yes. Confirmation. There's somebody unreliable, somebody who skipped out on the bill, someone who's being irresponsible. There's some type of divine misunderstanding, some humiliation, shame, embarrassment, bullying, abuse of power. Okay? And somebody's saying, I want justice. And since I'm not getting an apology and I'm not getting no justice, okay, I can't wait for karmic justice. I'm going to make my own justice and take somebody to court. And that's why it's necessary here for either you to seek a conversation with this person to make amends if it's you. But I really feel somebody did you dirty, okay? Or somebody is not paying you, somebody owe you, and they're trying to act like they don't know what's going on. What? I owe you money, Saggies? What? I bullied you? I harassed you, Saggy? No. No, yes you did. And because you want to play stupid, I'll see you in court. Ooh, Saggies. Saggy said, you want to be stupid? I'll see you in court. It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay? Think about your next move. If it's you who's been done dirty and they're refusing, they're acting like, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe when they get that call from the attorney, they'll know what you're talking about. But it's up to you at this time whether you pursue legal action or whether you extend forgiveness or accept settling something out of court and accept somebody's apology. But as we said from the beginning, it's going to have to be you, because somebody is closed right now. It's like out of sight, out of mind. If I don't say anything, maybe Saggy won't remember. Maybe Saggy forget. Saggy, maybe you gotta remind somebody how they did you dirty, okay? And what they're gonna do about it. Because if they don't do nothing about it, okay? If this contractor don't pay for the messed up work they did on your house, they're gonna get sued. Alright? If they're not gonna come back and fix it, you'll see them in court. If, you know, an employer has been abusing you, treating you like a slave, then they'll see you in court. They're going to have to pay up. If they can't set up a meeting with you and discuss your situation with you, because that's the energy that's coming through, Saggy. It's like if somebody doesn't face the music, then this can get worse. And since they're not fessing up, right? They're not opening up. Maybe you have to start the conversation. Maybe you have to send that invite to a to a to a meeting, to a Zoom meeting. Okay? Some of you may show up at that Zoom meeting with your attorney. That has been your weekend tea, Saggies. Until we sip tea again, be well, stay blessed, have a blessed weekend, and have a happy holiday season and a very, very happy birthday. Ciao, Saggies. Capricorns, my little goats. Yeah, hoofing off the mountain, hoofing up the mountain. Happy birthday, Capricorn, the month of December. Your birthdays are next. So we want to wish all our beautiful little goats out there a very happy birthday and solar return. So let's give the cards a shuffle and let's see what's going on for my little goats. What's going on for Capricorns? Okay, Cappy, let's do it. The weekend tea for Capricorn, my little goats. Let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Okay, you're thinking about somebody. You're thinking about whether to visit somebody or not. Okay, Capricorns, are you going to visit them? Are you not going to visit them? That's too many. Okay, for some Capricorns, you're thinking about whether or not to go see someone. For other Capricorns, you may be thinking about whether somebody's going to come visit you. All right? It's like the law of attraction. When you think about somebody, they pop up. In this energy, it's like we're thinking about someone and we're hoping they come through. We're hoping they reach out. We're hoping they visit. Okay? So as you think about someone, you're calling them to you. You're wondering, okay, is the love coming through? There's confusion. There's doubt. We can see why you're thinking if somebody's coming through. Okay, let's get into this tea. Because for some of you, y'all in separation, y'all broke up, you guys are distant from one another, and you're wondering if during this holiday season or during this weekend, if this person is going to communicate, going to contact you, going to come through. We're feeling sad, confused, not too happy about not knowing exactly where this relationship is going, if this person is going to come back, if they're gonna do a return, if you wanna go to them. Let's continue spilling tea on this. All right, Capricorns. So some of you are in separation at this time, no contact. If you're living under the same roof, you're definitely not sleeping in the same area of the house, in the same bed, because there's unhappiness here, confusion, doubt, worry, not knowing exactly where this relationship is going. Is it really over? Are you gonna come back? So you may be thinking about this about somebody, Capricorns, or they're thinking this about you. Like, Capricorns broke up with me. Is Capricorn gonna come back? Is this really it with Capricorn? Is Capricorn gonna reach out? Is Capricorn gonna visit me? I'm sad. I'm confused. I'm lost. I just want to know. I want some clarity. All right. You want some clarity, or they want some clarity, or you both need some clarity. All right, yeah, changing residence, a major change. Somebody moved out. Confirmation. That's right. We said it. There's somebody here in separation. As we said it, you're not under the same roof. And if you are under the same roof, you're not talking, you're not in the same bed, in the same quarters, in the same area in the house, because somebody already has moved out or is wanting to move out at this time. So Capricorns, somebody wants to change residence, somebody want to move out. You may be hoping somebody want to move in. Okay, that's right. Someone here, Capricorns, you or them, holds someone very dear and very sacred to them. And because you may be in separation, you're wondering if you're going to take these relationships to the next level. Are they going to finally decide to move in, to make a stronger commitment? Or someone is concerned and worried and thinking of this about you. Whether you're going to move in, or you're going to move out, or you're going to take this relationship to a deeper connection, or does somebody just want to keep their options open? They want to keep seeing people. They want to go their own way. So Capricorns, you want answers, or someone that you are seeing wants an answer on where this relationship is going. For some of you, this husband, this wife, this lover has already moved out, and you want to know, you're thinking here, are they going to come back? Are they going to come back? Or is this really done and over with? And that's why you want answers. You could have walked out on somebody and they're thinking and wondering about you if you're going to come back, or is this really over? Someone may want to take a relationship to the next level, to a deeper commitment, and they want to know if the other person is going to move in and is going to commit. Okay? It's going to settle down. It's going to give the final answer. Something is being overlooked. Okay? Something is being overlooked. And that can be somebody's controlling and possessive ways. Okay, so somebody here is seeing a connection as toxic. Like somebody's too needy, somebody's too codependent, or somebody's too possessive, territorial. And this is suffocating someone. This is not what somebody's looking for. And that's why they left. And that's why they're deciding to move out. You may be living with someone who's territorial, possessive, controlling, stuck in their ways. And you can't live like this. And so you're deciding to move out. Now, another message coming through is that you may be deciding to relocate and move in with someone. And if you're moving in with someone, then you have to be careful not to overlook and ignore certain red flags, Capricorns. Because when you move into this residence, you're gonna notice that this person is a control freak, is possessive, is very territorial. They have a lot of rules, okay? A lot of red tape. And you may not want to live like that. Under all those rules, under all those demands. Someone always keeping their eye on you, surveillancing you, coming in, coming out. It's too much. It's suffocating. Very suffocating. And someone is saying, I cannot live like this. I may love you, okay? For some of you, it could be a romantic situation, not a roommate situation or a landlord situation. Just moving in with a partner. And because y'all were dating and y'all didn't live together, you didn't see how they are when they at home, okay? In their own space, that they need things to be the way they like it to be. They don't react well to change or to someone else in their space or in their environment. And someone may just like head for the hills. Like, no, I can't live like this. Okay? It's like when you're looking for an apartment and you are an animal lover, but they don't accept animals here. But if you don't ask and you don't find out if they accept animals or not, and you go ahead and you go live with your animals, they're going to kick your animal out with you. There's certain rules and regulations, a lot of red tape that someone has to go through here. And that's not gonna make them happy. That's not not a good deal for you. You don't feel like this is a good deal. See? Confirmation. Reconsider. Okay? Meditate on this. Take a day or 2 or 3 to decide whether you want to make this change in residence, this major change, whether you're moving out or moving someone in. Reconsider this, because someone who's moved out or someone who's moving in is very controlling, very possessive, very territorial. That means that when they move in, it's a takeover. Even if, you're the owner of the house, they want to take over. They want to be the king of the castle or the queen of the castle. And you're not going to put up with that. Or someone here is definitely not putting up with that. Where someone is like, oh, since you're the king of the castle and you're the queen of the castle, and even though I pay bills or I'm your love or whatever the situation is, I get no rights, no respect, then yeah, this is not gonna work for me. I'm out. So if someone's moving in, make sure they know the rules before they move in, Cappies. If you're moving in to another location, make sure you know the rules before you move in, so you won't have a nasty surprise. That, would make you unhappy. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea again, be well, stay blessed, have a happy holiday season, and a very, very happy birthday. Ciao. Aquarius. Welcome, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for Aqua Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you, Aquarius, for your support of the channel, for hitting that like button, for subscribing, for being part of our sacred space. Comment, comment, comment. Let us know what's going on. Let's see what we have for Aquarius during this weekend. Tea, change, new beginnings, new starts. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see. The first tea that's coming out for Aquarius is that you may have wanted a new beginning with someone, but this person is still thinking about it. Okay? You may be thinking about a new beginning, changes, what to do next. It's like there's some changes that are definitely needing to happen and needing to occur. But at this time, Aquarius, you may be just thinking about it. So for my male Aquarius, you have some decisions to make, some changes to make, a new start, a new beginning. And you are thinking about it. You are thinking about it. But you haven't made the start yet. You're pondering where you're gonna, where this new start is gonna happen. Is it happening in business? Is it happening in love? Is it just happening in life? You want something new. You want to relocate. You want change. And my female Aquarius that are waiting on a male to respond to them and let them know if there's going to be a new beginning, a start here. Your partner's thinking about it. For some of you, there's a specific question you're asking your partners. Some of you want children, and you're waiting on your partner to tell you if they want children or not. Someone here may not want children. Oh. Aquarius, they might not want children because they won't be able to stick around. They won't be able to commit, especially if they're cheating or if they have no intentions of sticking around. So I see some Aquarius wanting to make some plans in the future with someone, but you're going to have to put a pause on that because this person you want to start a new beginning with is not really thinking of commitment, is not really thinking of settling down, is not wanting to start anew in this relationship because they're keeping their options open or they're entertaining other options. They have choices here. They have choices. And if they say yes, let's have children, that's a commitment. Okay? Yes to marriage, yes to children, yes to commitment. I feel the energy of a bachelor or a bachelorette. A bachelor or a bachelorette. I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to have children. I'm not thinking that far. You know? I just want to enjoy the moment. Let me think about this. Because someone here is keeping options open and is entertaining other people and talking to other people, or they just prefer the bachelor life or the bachelorette life. And that may be you, Aquarius, okay? My globetrotters of the zodiac, you know? You may not want children. You may not want to settle down. You may not want to commit at this time. You may want to, give into temptation. You may want to give into temptation. And if you're married and coupled up, then the message here is be careful. Be careful with temptation to stray. Because if you think this person you straying with is gonna be an option that you can be able to commit to in the future, no, they won't be. Because someone here is just having a good old time, enjoying their bachelor life, the single life, just dating around with no responsibility, no commitment. Like, no, I like to come and go. I'm a free spirit, Aquarius says. I don't want to be tied down right now. And if it's not you, Aquarius, then it's this, gentleman here for my females. Like, no, I'm too easily tempted. I'm not hubby material. I'm not wifey material. I don't want to start a family. I don't think I'll ever, want children. For somebody here, that's the conversation going on. But, Aquarius, you want what you want. And nothing is going to stand in your way. So, if you want children and you want marriage and you want the whole kit and caboodle, you're not going to settle, for less. You're not going to settle for less. And somebody's trying to convince you of that. Like, let's enjoy the moment. No, you want what you want. And you're not going to let nothing stand in your way. For some of you, Aquarius, it's, hey, I want what I want. I'm a bachelor, I'm a bachelorette, or I like open relationships. I don't want to commit. I'm dating at this time. Or if you want to be with me, you got to accept the fact that I don't want children. Or I want to live without marriage. Like, we can live together, but I don't want to be married. There's some type of agreement here that someone needs to make with you in order to keep seeing you or dating you. Yeah, you see a sudden change in circumstances, leaving someone unprepared. Like, yeah, some of you could have envisioned a future with someone. Like, I'm going to build a family with someone. I'm going to have children with someone. I'm going to have children with this person. And now that you're in a relationship and you're probably even living together and you want children, you go to your partner and you say, hey, we've been together such and such time. I think that we should start working on a family, expanding the family. And it's like, no, that's not an option. That's not an option. So that changes the game, especially if you want kids and this person says no. For others of you, there's a message coming out here that someone, maybe even you, may stray, may get tempted, okay? And somebody could come out pregnant, and then, that's sudden changes that occur in your life, and that causes a circumstance that's leaving you unprepared. It's like you are wanting to get a wish fulfilled, and you want nothing standing in your way. But in order to get this wish fulfilled, it takes someone else agreeing with you in order to fulfill that wish for you. But because they're not in agreement, now this changes the game. Like, I wanted this person, I let nothing stand in my way, I'm gonna get them, but now that you got them, they don't want the same things out of life that you do. And so now this has to be rethunk. You gotta rethink this situation. Yeah, you need to review. Review your beliefs, your wants. You're getting into relationships, but before you can commit and envision a future, you gotta find out if y'all both wanting the same things out of life. If y'all both going in the same direction. Are you and the one you love are going in the same direction? Because you can want what you want. Yes. But you may not be able to get it with this particular person. Because your beliefs are not aligned. Your wants are not aligned. Your desires are not aligned. You may want commitment where someone may want to continue dating or leaving their options open. There you are. King. There's the king there. My Mr. Aquarius. And Mr. Aquarius may not want children, may not want commitment, may not want to settle down at this time. They giving into temptation here, having fun, living it up. And you know, someone wants more with male Aquarius. So you got to keep it 100 with somebody, male Aquarius. Let them know. Either you an eternal bachelor, or hey, if you want to be with Mr. Aquarius, then this is the situation. And you can either agree with it, or hey, find someone else, because I'm definitely not going to be able to fulfill your every wish and desire. For other Aquarius, someone wants a second chance. Someone wants to come back. Someone wants a second chance here. They're offering their cup of love. They're extending an apology, the olive branch. They're coming with their heart in their hand. But with the Seven of Cups, they still confused. They don't really know what they want. They don't really know. See, somebody here, okay, one Aquarius here definitely knows what they want. And they're not settling for less. And so they're asking for what they want. And if they don't get what they want, then they're going to make changes that they need to make. Because an Aquarius, he is determined. Determined. They want to be happy. They want to get what they want. And they know that the only way to get it is to align themselves with somebody who is wanting the same things out of life as they do. Now, someone else here in the reading, Aquarius, is coming back into your life with an apology, with love and sweetness, but they don't know what they want. They're still confused. Okay? They still confused. Let's get a final, let's see. This person that is all confused, that's coming back with an apology. They're so sorry they messed up. Alright? Someone here is sorry they messed up. You were their bestie. You was the best lover they ever had, Aquarius. They made a mistake in losing you and messing things up with you. They want a second chance. They do want peace with you. So they don't want to fight. They don't want to be on the outs with you. But the thing is, can you depend on them? Will they let you down again? Because they're still all messed up in the head, in their emotions. You know, it's a Jack of Hearts. It's not a king. It's not a king, right? It's not an emperor. They're not mature. They're not good at this game of love. They're always messing it up. They're always messing up their relationships, Aquarius. And it may be definitely a water sign with this water energy. Or someone, you know, who's very emotional in their feelings, has a lot of emotional highs and lows. 1 minute they in, 1 minute they out. 1 minute they want the connection, 1 minute they don't. They wishy-washy with this energy. The heart is fickle. 1 minute they in, and then the next minute, not so much. And you don't want that. Alright, it's time to reconsider your options. Reconsider your options. Someone is still immature in the game of love. They always mess up their relationships because they always wishy-washy. They fickle of the heart. 1 minute they in, 1 minute they out. 1 minute they want it, 1 minute they don't. You know, they may be younger than you, or they just very immature when it comes to love. And for others, you may need to reconsider a connection or relationship because you don't want the same things in life. And Aquarius, you want what you want, and you're not going to settle for less. You wish they would have told you this sooner, but now that you know, or now that you're finding out somebody don't want to get married, or somebody don't want to have children, or somebody doesn't want to settle down or move in, or make this a stronger commitment, then you're reconsidering. Sometimes you're in relationships and you just grow apart. You grow apart. You go one way, the other partner wants to go the other way. Oh. Right. Not the right time. For someone, this is just not the right time. For children, for commitment, for marriage, to take someone back. It's time to reconsider, and really have some deep conversations and get some straight up honest answers. Be honest and, you know, let them know that you want the truth and nothing but the truth. Is this not wanting children a final decision? Like, are they not flexible at all? Is commitment off the table? What is off the table? What is it not the right time for? What is it that you need to reconsider in these relationships and these connections? Because we can tell you from the cards that the reason you should reconsider and it's not the right time is because here you see some partners, not wanting the same things. Others don't even know what they want in love. 1 minute they in, 1 minute they out. So Spirit says reconsider because it's not the right time to commit to these lovers that are showing up in this reading, in this weekend tea. That has been your weekend messages. Until we sip tea again, may you have a blessed weekend, Aquarius, and very happy holidays. Ciao. Pisces, my little fishies. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on with Pisces? Pisces, Pisces. Okay, what's going on with Pisces? Oh, little fishies, there you are. You flipped over. You flipped over. Who are you fighting with when it comes to money? There's some arguments going on about money, 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 money. Money. Money and finances. There's some strife, some hardships at this time when it comes to money and finances. But things are getting better. I like that the clouds came out reversed because the sun came close to the fishes. Money, stability, finances, tangible, material. Those of you that are worried about money, property, tangible, physical, material, financial stability, abundance, money, work, jobs. This area is going to get better. There has been a lot of problems, a lot of issues, but this area of your life is going to improve. For some Pisceans, you're arguing with someone over the weekend and telling them, get a job, carry their weight. When are they going to do right by you financially, materialistically? When they gonna purchase that new furniture? When they gonna purchase that new car? It's much needed. When they gonna pay that bill? When they gonna pay the phone bill? When they gonna pay the rent? When they gonna pay the light bill? When they gonna pay their half? Okay, so someone here is being pulled in two different directions, being caught in a lover's triangle. And this is why, for a certain Pisces out there, you're not getting the financial help and assistance from somebody that you're requesting, you're requiring, or that you need, because their money is tied up with a third party. Now, for some of you, the third party doesn't necessarily need to be their mistress or their lover. They can be supporting a parent, a grandparent. They can have their money tied up in other businesses, in something else. They can be, losing money, spending it unwisely, losing it by gambling it or spending it unwisely. But there's an issue here for some Pisces that whoever you reside with or whoever you're doing business with who owes you money or who you are waiting on to be a provider is not able to because their money is being tied up elsewhere. Whether that's a mistress, a lover, or a family member, a friend, a business, something that, you know, that needs their money at this time. It's like you're not the only person that they have to give money to, Pisces. Not that we're making excuses for them as not to give you the money they owe you or that they need to pay you or that they should be giving you. But their money is tied up elsewhere. For some Pisces, you are being undervalued and underestimated in your place of work and employment. You may be wanting a raise. You may have even, you know, been up for promotion. You deserve a promotion. You deserve a raise. You're up for it. You were up for it. But you were passed because their money is tied up in other things. It's like they're saying it's not in the budget. We don't have the money at this time to give raises, to give bonuses, or we can't give you the salary that you are requesting, that you are wanting. And you're saying, hey, I do all this work. I earn it. I deserve it. That's why Spirit is saying Pisces has every right to ask for this money. We're not making excuses for this person. This person is a slave driver, okay? If it's an employer you have here, Pisces, they're a slave driver, okay? They abuse their power. And they're misers, or they're always in crooked business dealings or in legal actions. The company you're working for is having financial problems at this time. And they should have given you a promotion and a raise a long time ago. And they didn't do it then. And now that the company is doing badly, poorly, and you don't know about it, they're not going to give it to you at this time. So if this is a work and job situation and you feel like they're underestimating you or they're undervaluing you, it's best to seek employment elsewhere. This company is corrupt, is having problems, you know, financially. They got their monies tied up in all other areas. And this is something that if they didn't give it to you while the business was doing good, now that it's doing bad, they're really going to use that as an excuse. Yes, you should be celebrated. You should be praised. You should get recognition. You should not be underestimated or devalued or treated like a slave, okay? Treated like a slave. So if things don't improve and you can't wait till things improve or for them to finally do right by you, then you should put your resume out there and look for other work elsewhere. For others of you, speaking up about being unappreciated, underpaid, devalued will get you recognized, and you may get a promotion, but it will not be immediately. Because even if you stick around, Pisces, and you wait for this promotion, this achievement, this recognition, you're going to be waiting for some time. Because at this time, this company is doing bad. If this is a roommate, or if this is, you know, someone that you're living with that needs to pay up to you, okay? They owe you money. They're not going to be able to do this at this time, no matter if they wanted to, because their money is tied elsewhere. Their money is demanded elsewhere. They're caught in a situation that the only way to get out of it is to pay that situation off first. Whether it's a lover, whether it's an ex, well, whoever they have to pay. They have to pay them before they can pay you. They have to help someone out here before they can pay you. It's like, well, Pisces, before I can give you this money, you know, I gotta sell this car so I can get money so I can pay you. See, somebody knows that they owe you money. They know you asking for it. They know you deserve it. It's not like you asking for something you don't deserve, or you haven't earned, or that you don't have coming to you. But the problem is that they're in such a bind, and they've gotten themselves caught up in something that they need to prioritize over you. Ooh, what tangle web we weave. What tangle web someone has weaved for themselves. Now, there's a message that's coming through here for Pisces, that if you want to get rich and famous, then this energy is working well for you this weekend. This is a time to take all your skills, your talents, your abilities, and make it work for you. Okay? You have talent, skills, abilities, charisma, personality. You have star quality. You have something that can make you a lot of money. You don't have to wait around on this employer. You don't have to wait on this deadbeat boyfriend or roommate. You can make your own money. Yes, they owe you the money, right? They owe you the money, but they can't give it to you now. And if you're waiting for promotion, for raise, for bonus, you're not going to get it in this place, because this place looks like it's going towards bankruptcy, wherever you're working at this time. It's best to take your show on the road, become an entrepreneur, chase your dreams, chase the spotlight, okay? And you will see how you will get celebrated, flowers. Yes, get that new job. Relocate. End a dead-end job or a dead-end relationship. Get a new job and relocate. You see? 3. Yes. You got skills, talents, abilities that can make you money, that can make you famous. Don't wait on another. Don't wait on this job. Go get a new one. Move if you have to. There's somebody here, as we said, having legal issues, having arguments, fights. There's instability and legal issues going on in somebody's company. And this is why they can't promote you. They can't give you that raise. All right? Someone here is having, that's what we said, they're in a situation where they got to pay them first before you will ever get to see money. They're having legal issues. They having arguments and fights with their contractors, with whoever they owe money to, whoever they're in court with. Oh yeah, as we said, there's somebody here, cruel. There's somebody here, cold, cruel, calculated. Somebody here got themselves into a hot legal mess, Pisces. Right. Okay, there's a tower. There's an ending to a job or a relationship because of legal issues, either because you want to pursue legal issues against them, or this company is just having some legal problems. They're having money problems that you don't know about, okay? And this is going to impact the workers. There's a place of employment, a business doing poorly, badly. As we said, going towards the bankruptcy, it's best that you look for another job. You know, stop waiting around for raise or promotion. Stop trying to, negotiate and talk to them and work with them. This place is corrupt. It's going bankrupt, okay? Pisces, go look for another job elsewhere. If, you are with a lover who is going in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail, or always getting themselves in trouble, in fights and confrontations, sooner or later they're going to wind up in jail. This person is toxic, is no good for you. They can't even financially provide for you. They can't pay bills. They depend on you to keep the roof over their head. It's best to cut out this Cancer out of your life. All right? I feel the energy here for Pisces in this weekend tea is that you better off going into business for yourself. You better off looking for another job. You are better off relocating, ending a relationship, because you look like you do much better on your own, or when you are just focused on you, on your dreams and on your goals, and pursuing your bag and not waiting around for others. Because if you wait around for others, no one here is going to be able to pay up, show up, support you, do what's right. You're gonna have to take people to court just to get paid. And some of you are dealing with love partners, okay, that are irresponsible, that can't hold a job, that are in and out of jail, in and out of problems, don't have a steady income stream. Peaceful resolution came out. Yeah, don't fight with anybody. Just look for another way out. Waiting for these people to do right by you, you'll be waiting forever. Ask your angels. We're asking angels, should Pisces move on? Okay, is it best that Pisces not wait in this situation? Wow, Pisces, you want to hold A whole nother hour. Okay. Pisces. What's best for Pisces? Oh, peaceful resolution. Compromise, a peaceful resolution. You know, some of you are going to be patient with these partners or patient with this employer. You're going to try to work out a solution, or they're going to work out a resolution, a compromise here. So some of you are going to compromise and find a peaceful resolution instead of taking somebody to court, or instead of arguing, fighting, or throwing somebody out. It's like, okay, let's work a payment plan out, right? Or, you know, I'll give you up to this date. If things are not improving, if things are not going to happen here, then I'm out. It's like you're going to compromise, you're going to make an agreement, and you're going to work with that. But for other Pisces, it's like, no, I need this money now. Okay? I don't want to work on a payment plan, Gemstar. I don't want to wait around for raise or promotions. Okay? I need to make this money today. So then start your side hustles and become entrepreneurs, because that's where the money's at. All right? Become famous. That's what you're destined for. May you have a blessed weekend, Pisces. Thank you for joining us for your weekend tea. And until we sip tea again, may you have the happiest of holiday seasons. Ciao. Thank you for stopping by and sipping some weekend tea with us. Support your content creators on YouTube like Kettle Messages Tarot. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And check out the Gemstar's new website, kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site, in the description box below. Now go have an amazing weekend. Ciao!